First and foremost, I want to thank the Six Man and Savage Arena for showing out tonight. I know there's a lot of curious people. I was curious myself. I was really excited of how our seniors led, and we got some talented young kids. They stepped up in big moments for us. So very thrilled with the last 3 quarters. But overall, the toughness, the resiliency, the championship culture, that blue-collar gold standard, you really saw it tonight, and I'm proud of our fight.
What was kind of going through your mind?
We're better than this. Yeah, the whole time there, I wasn't shaken. I wasn't frustrated. I just, we got some really good shots and they didn't go in for us, and that's okay. That's going to happen. But we didn't waver. We didn't know exactly, we haven't been able to scout them. We didn't know exactly how the backside of their zone was going to respond and react to what we were doing. And so once we settled in and figured out everything that was going on the backside, we were able to make some plays. We'd be hard pressed to go 1 for 14 from 3 again. Our shooters were getting great shots. We picked up a couple charges early, but I'm always thinking about solutions. And when you've got players like this out there, we can out-team the other team, and good things are going to happen. They made great adjustments tonight. Really proud of them.
How much did you think early, was nerves and just unfamiliarity and getting used to, first game stuff with the new staff?
Sure, I think a lot of it. And I think Marshall's a very good team. I don't want to overlook that at all. I think they're very well coached. They've got some veteran players. They got preseason first team all-conference kids. They're a championship culture too. So they weren't just going to walk in here and lay down. So I think, give them a lot of credit for being ready, and give our kids a lot of credit for that response.
How much did you learn about, kind of your rotations, who can step up in big moments, things like that?
Well, what I already knew, which was proven again, was that these guys don't care who gets the credit. This is a very selfless basketball team. Our rotations got a little crazy at times. They went big, so we went big. They went small, so we went small. And so it was a little bit of a chess match. Again, Julie's an incredible coach. But we'll figure out our rotations too. I think the thing that hurt us tonight was rebounding. But you saw that down the stretch when we need to make plays, we make plays.
Fans got the first taste of just an exciting style of play. Just go, go, go. How would you describe it? Just in your words, how would you describe your style?
I don't want to play with pace. We want 5 willing and able scorers. We want 5 willing and able passers. And you saw that tonight. We were spraying it around. When we got into shots that we practiced, we were in rhythm. That first baseline drive in that first quarter, when we sprayed it to the corner and gave the one more to Nan, it was a really great basketball play. And we've got to continue to put each other in good spots. But we want to get a piece of the paint in the first 8 seconds. But all of that starts with getting stops on the defensive end. And we failed to do that a little bit early on in the first quarter. But again, proud of our response.
What is the balance there just at the very end? It kind of seems like you guys are so conditioned, just boom, boom, boom. It's at the very end. Obviously, you want to slow it down, but what is kind of the balance there?
I think the balance there is time and score, right? Time and situation. Faith got really excited. She and Hannah have a lot of energy together, great connection, great chemistry. So she's trying to give her big one more. We tell them all the time, we reward the bigs when they run. So she's trying to get her one more. I should have taken a timeout, so I'll take that last one. I think we talk about, being empty, 3 empty possessions in a row. If we're running and we're turning it over, then I'll take control. I'll get us in something. And I thought we executed some of our cross screens to get the ball on the side really, really well tonight.
How happy with you? New first game, this fast-paced style, new everything. You only had 10 turnovers. Were you pleased with that?
Overall, yes. I didn't love the charges. I think that's something that we can clean up. But, again, we want to make aggressive mistakes, so I'm thrilled with that. But, yeah, against a defense like that, a helter-skelter defense that we really couldn't fully prepare for because we didn't know what was coming, really, really proud of our guards, how they took care of the ball. And then they started doubling our bigs, and they took care of it, too. They were scoring through, too, which was really fun.
Going back to the three-point shooting, 1 of 14, did you think you were getting good looks? They just weren't going down?
Yeah, I thought we were getting great looks. Some of that was fitness, right? That little cardio punch in the first game, and how we were flying around. They made us guard. They were going downhill. So I think a little bit of everything. And, some of those reps were for kids that haven't gotten a ton of game reps yet. But I know our kids. I know how hard they're going to work. They're going to be in the gym. I don't want to think too much about that because we got good Toledo shots. So we took care of the basketball.
You mentioned the paint. Obviously, your bigs played well tonight. Just how much of a luxury is to have Hannah and Jessica and that all come in and help each other out?
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. Are you kidding me? You walk into a roster like this, and then we were able to add some young kids to go with them. It's just a dream. And we said it the other day, like these young women, I shouldn't say kids, these young women, they're 24, 23. These young women, they've already won 3 championships. Some of them already have degrees and are working on master's degrees. They didn't have to change. They didn't have to adopt this system. And so I give them all the credit for the buy-in and for being coaching and being willing and able. And, it's just so fun. I'm having the time of my life, and I hope they are too.
I know a lot of your freshmen obviously got some playing time tonight. Just how big of an experience was this game, kind of going through the motions?
Oh, it's great. It's absolutely instrumental, and they'll get better, and I think the fun thing about those guys is they're in the film room. They're getting reps extra outside of practice. These guys are teaching them and giving them all the knowledge and wisdom, and they're like fixing things on the floor in live time. And so I have no doubt that the team you saw tonight, we were really proud of what we did, but hopefully December and then February and then well into March, hopefully, you'll continue to see this team grow and those young guys come along.
First time playing here, did the crowd, the home court advantage, live up to what you thought it would be?
Oh, it's amazing. I walked down and just got goosebumps all over my body. It's a really, really special place. I'm here because of the leadership and the tradition and because women's basketball is important at the University of Toledo. And we want to keep that going. We want to keep that tradition going. I really, truly believe that this is a special place and these are special players, and we'll continue to keep working really hard to represent you guys.
Along with that, one last bigger picture question. You said you love the expectations, and you see that as a great thing. Why is that? Why do you love, rather than building something, just kind of, being in a place where there's kind of...
I don't know, maybe I'm a little crazy. I just love a challenge. I'm a competitor. We joke around. When I first got to my last head job, they're like, "Oh, you're so nice. You smile all the time." And I'm like, "We didn't come here to smile." Yes, I am nice, and yes, I do smile a lot, but we're on a mission here, and we think we can do that in a nice way and with first class and in the community and in being excellent in the classroom. But I'm really, really competitive. I love a challenge. I feel like my background has prepared me to come in here and help these young women reach their fullest potential. And I don't know, I'm a little crazy.
How much, you obviously went through some practices in summer, and then you had all of camp behind you. Did you still, even with the exhibition and the secret scrimmage, not truly know what to expect?
I don't think any of us really knew, did we? We all felt better after the exhibition, and I was like, I could hear, and we could hear, and they were like, it's going to be triple that. But we're leaning on each other, and I think that's what's really great about this team is being able to really coach them to be vulnerable and say, I'm going to need you guys to help me out if the point guard can't hear me and things like that. But no, I thought. This is a 13-year-old kid from West Virginia's dream.
And then just what were your emotions today? Like waking up, this afternoon, and then once you get out there before you compete.
That was on 10 at 4:48 a.m. The time change really hurt me. So I painted my nails, just ready. And we're back home, we'd say sitting on G, looking at O, ready to go. We're just ready all day. And so I actually have to bring myself down a little bit. We joke 10 is probably not good for me. I need to be right there at that 8, that sweet spot. So if I get 10, I get a little too crazy, a little too tight, and then I start fussing at the refs and stuff. I don't want to be like that. But no, I just eagerness would be the word that I would put there all day long, and just so excited for these seniors and the entire team, but especially these seniors to get their year kicked off and to see, I'm all about the preparation. So getting the feedback of what we can work on and where we need to go from here was really important. I'm excited.
Same thing for you. Just what were you kind of thinking at the beginning?
It's my first game ever in Savage Arena. It's going to be a little bittersweet, but it's also, we have to come out here swinging every single time we can get on the court, and I was ready to go. I was pumped and ready to rumble starting at tip-off, and I knew that Marshall was going to be a good team, and we came out back in the second quarter to get ourselves together, and I think we played really well.
At halftime, when you cut to 6 there, you scored right before halftime. I don't know, did it feel like in the locker room, okay, we settled down, shot 50% in the second quarter, things are okay?
Absolutely. It's ironing out a bunch of the details that we did in the locker room and just cleaning up a few of the mistakes that we had and becoming more confident on the defensive end, which led to us better offensively.
What do you think of the style, the up and down?
If you would have asked me last year, I would have hated it. I wouldn't have been like, I'm not going to be able to be fast enough to do this. But I became more confident with my teammates backing me up. It's like, Hannah, just run. And Coach Jenny's just been really pouring into me about just like running the floor and wanting to push pace. And I'm like, okay, it's my last year. I'm buying into it. I'm going to rim run my butt off, and I got one. So we're happy with that.
Could this end up being even more fun of a style to play? I mean,
Absolutely. I think that continuing on, this is our baby steps of the season and just stacking things as we go through.
Where are you in terms of like being conditioned fully and just totally in sync with what you guys are doing offensively?
I feel really good in practice. We do a lot of fast pace, 14-second clock transition offense, and I feel really well. I feel great. I'm getting up and down, and I feel really great in the game as well.
what's that 14-second drill?
We just go in transition and we run the ball quickly with a shorter shot clock so we can run faster.
How would you describe the communication and chemistry? I know it's one game, but obviously we're only faces in the rotation this year.
Absolutely. I think growing relationships at the beginning of the season and the summer really paid off in the long run. Coach put a lot of different team building in the summer of our season, and I think we worked a lot on getting to know the freshmen, and now we can trust them on the court better than anyone on the team as well.
Early in the fourth quarter, you had those back-to-back buckets, gave you guys the first lead. From that point on, did you have any doubt that you were going to win?
I mean, every single bucket that you trade back and forth, you're always trying to out-team the other team, and there should never be doubt in your mind, but you always have that hidden grit of like, who's gonna get this board, who's gonna get this next defensive stop, who's gonna go up and get an and one. And those were some plays that we definitely made later on in the game, and I'm glad that everyone stepped up and they played really well.
What is just like the last 7 months, the transition from a new coach? You guys have a ton of veterans this year, but you also have a ton of new freshmen. Just all of that, losing, Sophie Q. What's that been like getting used to everything?
It is crazy to say the least. It is a lot of learning better on who I am and who Kira is and who Sammy is, and knowing that we are all 5 and able scorers on the court, and trusting the freshmen that they're going to make the right reads. And that summer that the 7 months that we definitely poured into each other, and we understood what Coach Jenny was giving to us in offensive play and just pushing the pace every single time that we could, and it paid off.
I don't know, just what do you think of just kind of everything associated with today, like new team, new coach, new style, get down big, come back, this whole goal?
I can finally breathe, so that's a plus. It was a lot of adrenaline, a lot of the unknown, but I think we went out there and we got out as best as we could.
How much more of an offensive presence do you think you can be in this style this season? I mean, you have a lot of points now, a lot of assists. Do you think it can suit your game like this?
Oh yeah, for sure. In high school, I played a lot of up and down, so I really, really like that. Coach Jenny brings that to our team, and I think I'll be able to get a lot more runouts than I did last year.